Hey everyone, we want to welcome you live. This is a completely surprise. I mean, not totally. I mean, we actually thought about it today, but it's kind of last minute, and we're just jumping on because we want to share something with you about some things we have coming up, which actually just came up today because we created
Yeah.
them to come up over the next 6 weeks. But we're really excited. Vicky had kind of a inspiration. She ordered this book by John Eldredge called The Journey of Desire, which we have both loved and read a long time ago. But he actually is republishing a kind of updated version of it. And so we're kind of excited now to share that we are going to be starting next Sunday, November 24th, a 6 week book club, kind of like like a old fashioned um, what's that
Book
called?
study, like a
Well,
book study, like a
yeah, like when like you do a little book club, and it's a book study. So it's not really like a normal one because we're not going to be meeting in person. It's going to be actually it's nothing like that. So technically, it's a whole new thing that we're doing, but it's kind of exciting because it's a 6 week book club where we're just getting together. We're diving into this amazing book, The Journey of Desire, and we're just seeing how it resonates. We're seeing what it speaks to us. Yeah, Vicky's got a copy right there. Um, and I think it's really fun because a lot of times you get insights from God that are spoken through other people,
yeah.
and it's just really exciting. And so this book, in a very brief nutshell, is all about rekindling the deep desires of your heart, the desires that God put there, and then taking those desires and aligning them with His purpose. So this book club, totally free. It's really just a place to connect, both if you're already part of our group, or just for anybody who's looking to get to know us a little better, maybe, and just the heart behind our coaching, our approach. It's also, I might add, the perfect way to prepare our hearts for the holiday season, which, in case you haven't noticed, is right around the corner.
Yes.
And so we just want to finish the year strong, and we also want to stay deeply connected as we finish the year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, God did put it on my heart a couple days ago when I was thinking, what could I do to prepare my heart and to connect to him through the holiday season? It helps me to have something like that. And it keeps me connected and focused. And I really felt the nudge for this. I actually have the older version on my shelf and I pulled it out. I read this probably 20 years ago and it spoke to my heart so much. It's hard to have a favorite John Eldredge book, but
Yeah.
this is my top two. This is my top two favorite John Eldredge book. And when I saw that he was re-releasing a newer version that he did some updates to, I ordered it. And then I felt the nudge of this would be a great thing to open up and invite anyone that wants to be part of it to meet for a good old fashioned, like Dan was saying, book club. So we are very excited to invite you guys to this. And it's also just the beginning of something much bigger because what we do in Inspired Life is just coming around the corner into the new year, into January. And we're going to be opening up spots for our Inspired Life membership. And this is our community. Our tagline is that we bridge the gap between inspiration and destiny. And everything that we do is grounded in the healing tools of grief recovery and the spiritual growth in aligning with the Hebrew roots of our Christian faith. So that's the intersection of everything that we do here. And it's so, so powerful. We love it. And we love this time of the year because we really want to kick off 2025 with clarity and vision.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, what we always do to set off the year is we do a 1-day workshop. And for those of you that have done it with us, we hope that you'll come back. This is so powerful. Literally, it's like going through 4 weeks of coaching in a 4-hour 1-day workshop. It's going to be January 11th this year. Put it on your calendars, January 11th, 2025. So we're very excited. Everything that we do there is about embracing the new year fully equipped for all that God has planned for you. So
Yeah,
exciting.
it is. And we really like it because
Book.
it's kind of also a time when we have a new guide. This is our old guide. We have a
I
brand
love
new
our
guide
God.
coming.
Yeah, we
And I'm
do.
really excited about a lot of the updates and improvements we made to it. You know, every year we kind of go through and we think of ways that we can make it better, that we can have it better serve the people's needs that are going through it. And so this new updated 2025 Inspired Life Guide is really there to support you through the entire year. It's not just kind of like a one-time read and then it goes on the shelf. It's there to literally go through the whole year together with you. And so inside of it, there are tools that enable you to really design your new year with intention. You know, it's not about creating this huge, massive list of goals that will inevitably get burnt out on and fail to complete. And we're totally in despair 3 weeks into the new year. And we're like, oh, well, 2026, you know, I mean, you know what I mean? It's defeating. It's defeating and discouraging. And so what the guide really does is it helps you drill down into what is really important. And if I had to put that in a nutshell, it's basically what are you doing in your life right now that's going to matter 10 years from now? I mean, we're not against short-term goals, but I think so much of our effort goes into short-term goals that we ignore what is the stuff that really matters. Like when we get to the end of the year, we want to feel like, okay, maybe I didn't do everything I wanted to this year, but I got a lot of really meaningful things done, or I experienced a sense of completion in meaningful areas in my life. And so this is really a guided coaching that helps you reflect on these alignment points so that you can stay focused throughout the course of the year on what really truly matters. And then in that, we also have a lot of insight into Hebrew history and mindsets, and that invests each month and season with purpose and meaning. And so
Yep.
we talk about alignment. We're not talking about it theoretically. We're talking about it as a lived experience. And so we delve into the guide month by month, processing through the month and really getting everything that God intends for the week, month, and season of the year. So like I said, we get to the end and it doesn't just feel like, oh, we were really busy, but we don't even know what we did. It feels like, wow, that was a great year. I'm a little bit sad to see this year end because it was amazing, but I'm looking forward to the next year. You know, that's kind of what we're trying to bring this. And this is all by a step-by-step process that really creates your inspired life manifesto for 2025. This is all about helping you journey through the year with purpose, connection, and vision. And so we would love to partner with you for the whole year to explore all these connections together, to go deeper into the roots of our faith and understand the prophetic meaning that's attached to each month. Really, it's going to be a great year. It really is. And every year depends on what we want to put into it. And so we're giving you the book to put everything we can into it to get the most out of it.
I'm very excited about it. And I have to say, when I was listening to you talk about it, I realized that in the last 5 years or so that we've been doing this, and it's grown every year, but I feel more partnered with God. One of the things that we do each year that is one of my favorite parts is that we find a word for the year, a word
Mm-hmm.
or a phrase for the year. And my first year was partnership. That was my word.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about that, and it's a big part of what we do in the guide and what we do in the coaching, to see how God shows up in your year to really help you understand what does he even want you to understand about that word. And I can tell you that by doing this process, I feel like I live in partnership with God. Like
Mm-hmm.
this helps me so much to partner with him, to hear him, to listen, to slow down. It's kind of like having that accountability, having that structure that helps me to stay, wow, what is God speaking in this month? How do I process through that? We've applied the tools of grief recovery into this, and it's amazing. And everything that we do is designed to heal your heart. We're very heart-centered here. Everything we do. Grief recovery is about healing any wounds that have created blocks for you in any area of your life. John Eldredge has been a huge presence in both of our walks. He's really been a spiritual mentor, really since the beginning of our walks with God, which was like 94, when we
I
started.
mean, we don't personally know him, but like he's like our unofficial mentor.
Yeah, he's our unofficial mentor. Dan actually did get to go to one of his retreats in Colorado, which was amazing. He got to meet him. And we have gone to a couple of his live events, some marriage things that he's done.
Yeah.
But we plug in, Dan probably plugs into him daily. Actually, he does plug into him daily. And he just has a way of speaking to the heart, which is what drew us to him completely. And really, like I said, I read this book about 20 years ago, and it was so profound because I always kind of came to a point where I had strong desire and passion about things. And I kind of just felt like that always just got me in trouble. And I think there was something about becoming a Christian that made me sort of go to this extreme end of, I just have to put all that aside to be a good Christian. I have to kind of put a cap on all of that and try to figure out, how do I just live for God, if that makes sense. And I think that I really sort of in my heart kind of thought it isn't good to be really passionate or have strong desires. And why this book spoke to me so much was because that is not the truth. And that is not God's heart. He actually wants you. He puts desire on your heart for a reason. He puts that in your spirit. And really, that's the only thing that matters in this life, right? Is what we're passionate about how we love, how we have relationships, our kids, our spouses, our friends, God, like how do we love, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I loved too about this new part, and I'm going to just read this little thing right here, is that he added something in here at the end of each chapter, and it's the word Selah, S-E-L-A-H. And it says, you may have noticed in your reading of the Psalms the word Selah, and I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it is an ancient Hebrew word that translators believe to be a musical instruction for a pause or rest. The idea is even more lovely than the word, to allow a moment or two of internal pause, rest, a momentary Sabbath before we carry on with whatever it is we are about. It's rare in our day and it's priceless. And I think this idea is especially helpful in reading. I'm afraid I often plow through books like I plow through a bag of cookies, eager to consume more without allowing my soul a few moments to soak in or digest what I've just encountered, or simply rest before I take in more. So I've added a Selah to the end of each chapter with some notes and a prayer to allow your soul that lovely rest so essential to true transformation. So at the end of each chapter, he has added in some questions, some things to think about. And so we are just so excited. I'm excited to read this book again because I know it's going to hit me even more than it did the first time because I'm in such a different place, but also to share it with you guys. We are kind of have this thing where if the Spirit prompts us, we just go, okay, and we step forward, and we just want to invite you along for the ride. And so we feel like this is the perfect book for this time right now.
Yeah.
This moment.
Sure. So we're excited. We're excited. The 6-week book study, The Journey of Desire. This is where we focus on the most important part of your being, which is your heart. Proverbs 4:23 talks about, above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. And so to lose heart is to lose everything, because everything that makes life worth living truly flows from our hearts. But living in this world, it's increasingly difficult to guard our hearts that pulls us in so many directions. And one of the things that I've kind of seen in this is that we don't need more information. We need more meaning. That's what we need. And so what I love about this book is it focuses on the essence of that, right? Our heart.
So true.
Whatever we do with our desires is what we do with our heart. And in the midst of the busyness of the holidays, what we're really trying to do through this book study, honestly, yeah, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be encouraging, but it's also a sanctuary from the busyness of the holidays. It's also a sacred space to slow down, come together, and just explore these deeper parts of our heart. And so over the course of 6 weeks, we're going to walk through this book. And this is kind of like our, version, if you will, of a holiday guide, right? It's a reminder to stay present, live fully, and really align your heart with everything God has for you. And so what you can expect is thought-provoking discussion, meaningful connection, and time to reflect. This is not school. There's no essays that you're having to write. There's no homework that's due. We're not taking a test on it. There's no scantrons involved. This is really just a time to kind of rest and relax and have a conversation with other people about how God is showing up in this. And so this will be done through Zoom on Sunday night. It's a casual discussion, an hour longer, like we're kind of just giving it room to go, but count on it being at least an hour, and then if you have to go, you can always go anytime you need to. It'll start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, we're going to be starting Sunday, November 24th, with, I might add, no meeting on the 1st of December.
Okay, yeah, we're going to be out of town.
We're going to be out of town, so we're kind of putting that out there right now, but that's when it starts. And so really, I just encourage you, living life fully, bottom line means living with a heart that's whole, that's alive, that's connected to God. And so we just want to dive into this together. And we're really excited to go on this little micro journey with you and see what God does in it. All you have to do is get the book. It's on Amazon. I think we're gonna put the link below in the comments. Okay.
Yeah.
So the link will be in the comments below. And you just read 2 chapters a week and join to discuss. So
yeah. And what we're gonna do is we'll start next Sunday, and come, even if you aren't able to finish the reading, like seriously, this is so casual. This is so casual. The book is 12 chapters, so we're going to break it down. We can't meet that second on the 1st of December, actually. We have plans to be with our daughter in College Station. We're going to be there with her, but so that even gives you more time to read. The book is so good, it's going to be even hard to stop after 2 chapters, to be truthful. I remember I couldn't put it down, and I'm very excited to start. So what you want to do is just read those 2 chapters. Join us on the 24th. If you do want to join us, just put drop it in the comments or reach out to us. We will be getting the Zoom link out. If you know someone, really, this is a great opportunity to invite people into our community as well, to get to know our community and get to know us. It's a beautiful way to connect and prepare for what's ahead. And mark your calendars for January 11th. This one-day workshop, you guys, is going to be so powerful. We have added in this year part of our what we call like our Thrive Guide section. We're going to be building out our manifesto, our Inspired Life Manifesto for the year. And that is something that we added in this year. We're super excited to do that. So we want you guys to be a part and kind of just cast a vision even for what is ahead, for the year ahead. And a sneak peek, we are going to also be doing we didn't do it last year because we had so much going on, but we are going to be doing a self-parenting probably in February. So we just want to kind of like put that little seed out there. This is going to be incredible timing, and we're very excited about that. So we want to just invite you with us. Let's finish this year strong and really set the stage for a year filled with clarity, healing, and alignment with God's destiny for us. So join us. Let us know below if you're in. We'll also be posting the Zoom link. We can't wait to start. And I will share the link for the book. You're going to love it. We're so excited.
Yeah, and I just want to throw out there really quick before we go. If you don't finish the chapters, again, this is not school. So don't feel like, oh, I didn't do my homework. I can't just show up. I mean, it's just there for you to kind of like really just take a pause, and reading the book is an excuse to do that. Although the book is amazing and we think you're going to get a ton out of it. It's really just, we're trying to build a pause into our life and process and savor it and enjoy and get back to our heart as much as possible.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have a beautiful and blessed Sunday night, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.